Now as Ryan, Trenton, and Sean grab your attention towards the world of sports, food, and entertainment, and away from the things that are probably more important. We apologize for nothing and anything that may be spoken, learned, or forgotten today. This is the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Hello and welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I am Ryan. A little loud. Sorry, guys.
Is this the savory hour? I missed it. Anyways, I am Sean and welcome to the RTShow. Where on this episode, we are burdened by... Oh, wait. We have burden for Trenton disappearing. I swear every time I try to say that, he just,
I know,
disappears.
Right?
So I'm just not going to try to say it anymore.
And he's
there
back.
He is.
Oh, yeah. We all know it's going to happen.
We had to pay our sponsors, us.
Yep.
So
True.
that was our quick TV commercial.
Yes.
Well, welcome back, guys. What a fabulous weekend of football. As we just watched some really close, really good NFL games. And, of course, the game on Saturday where Michigan defeats Ohio State for the third straight year.
Yes. Go
O-H-N-O. Anyways, thoughts on the game. T?
Good game. I mean, that's kind of what that hype's all built up for. And I think after beating the dead horse in Michigan and all the sign stuff and all the controversy and everything, I think they went out there and proved that they, they're a good squad. They're coached well for levels. And so having a fill-in coach and stuff like that, and then going there in a big game like that and really, putting their foot down, taking care of business. So hats off to them, and we'll see how they finish up.
Yeah, I definitely think they Ohio State made a couple mistakes and Michigan took advantage of that, and that's really what kind of turned the tide. Just like T said, very, very well coached team, just disciplined, didn't make mistakes, ran the ball. It was a tough game running the trenches. I don't think anybody had a great average, but they still controlled the ball, the possession, and it was a great win 3 years in a row now. So need to get that streak to continue.
Well, let's just take care of the high-powered Iowa offense this week, and we'll be good there.
Yes.
But Michigan did win the rushing battle, so that's 22 straight games. The team that wins the rushing battle wins the game. Michigan outgained Ohio State, Michigan had 122 yards in the second half rushing. There's more than Ohio State had the whole game.
Yes.
So Ryan's right. They controlled the ball. And they kept Harrison Jr. off the field. He had a couple good catches, but for the most part, Ohio State's QB was under pressure the whole game.
Yeah. Maserati Marv, was obviously the best player on the field. I won't deny that he was. He's an NFL ready guy that's going to be, the next star receiver in the NFL, but his team couldn't pull it out. Michigan's defense stepped up when it needed to and made plays.
Very true. Solid game, though. It's a really good game.
Yeah, very good game. Very good game.
Yeah. Great game. You guys got to watch it. I was on tape delay, so I went kind of dark for a couple hours so I could catch up. Not looking at my phone, just like, I hope the kid's not trying to get a hold of me, but, call your mother. That's what she's...
I thought we did a good job not giving anything away.
We weren't giving away too much.
I didn't look. Okay, I'll admit, I knew it was 7-0, and then that was it. So I was just like, okay, we're either going to be rolling when I go back and catch up, or... we're going to get slaughtered, and that was the first big score. But I got into it. I finally caught up never. The game ended before, So,
well, we didn't give any score details away. We would just say, "Oh, that was a great play," or something like that.
Yeah.
So
no, I didn't look at anything. So it was like if my phone buzzed, it was like natural habit, but I slapped my hand anyways to not look. But I don't know. I figured you guys thought maybe I was taking one of my customary naps or something. So
Nope. We're trying to be on good behavior. So, which is really tough to do.
You were watching it at a later time, so
to be continued. Yes. So,
yes.
All right, guys. With that, tonight the college football playoff polls have been playoff polls, however we want to say it, have been released. With Georgia being 1, Michigan 2. Brain fart. Who is 3?
Washington 3,
right.
and Florida State's 4.
That's right. Oregon 5, Ohio State 6, Texas, Bama
7.
So, all right. So we were just talking. Why is Georgia number 1 over Michigan? Because they're the defending champs, and
been number 1 all year. Haven't lost.
Yeah,
haven't really.
They've been number 1 for the last 2 years, right, or something. So, back-to-back champs. So, no reason to discredit them for any of their play this year and what they've done, and they deserve that number 1 spot.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you can make a case.
Michigan has an argument. There's no doubt, beating Ohio State and stuff like that. There's that, but I mean, if anything, it's neck and neck, and the edge just goes to Georgia because they're the defending champs.
Well, seems
and it's still there.
It seems like the top 2 are set. I don't see either one of them losing in their conference championship. 3 will either be Washington or Oregon, probably, and then Florida State. We were just talking. You guys think is in if they win the ACC. There's no way 1 loss. Well, if Oregon loses, they're out again. But if Washington loses, say Washington loses in overtime to Oregon, then you got Oregon, Texas, Ohio State, Bama. Who gets in, if any, over Florida State?
Probably Bama if they win. They beat. You're saying if they beat Georgia or they lose to Georgia? Bama has to win to get in. I think.
Right. Okay. So So if Bama beats Georgia,
that
would put Michigan 1. Georgia would. Yeah. Does Georgia fall to 4?
Nope. They'll
you
be
think
like
they
4?
Just dropped to 2? No, Georgia wouldn't. Yeah, I think Georgia goes to 4. Pac-12 winner goes to the 2 seed.
And Bama would go to 3.
And then Bama would go 3.
Yeah. Yep. I feel like that's probably how it would lay out.
They would love that. I know Paul Feinbaum would love that.
Oh,
He's on the SEC's nuts like crazy. So,
yep,
Paul Feinbaum.
Is. I think that's what he reports though, right? That's what he covers and does. That's what his job is.
ESPN has a deal with the SEC or whatever, so that's probably the reason why. But yeah,
you don't watch the Paul Feinbaum show?
No.
Nope. Neither do I. Neither.
He looks.
But yeah, I feel like you're right though. Like if Bama does win that game and Washington, would you say Washington does win? I don't know.
If Washington,
however y'all just said it, but yeah, because I mean Texas is gonna get overlooked. It's unfortunate, but man, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like if Bama beats Georgia, like Georgia shouldn't lose a spot, but does Bama deserve to hop in there? Because I don't know. There's just a lot of that.
Right. Good point.
There's so much debate.
Because if Texas finishes with 1 loss, Bama has 1 loss. Well, Texas beat Bama.
Yeah, they got the tiebreaker.
It's not what you did 2 months ago. It's what you did last week.
Well, you're right, but at the same time, they're still bringing in
number 1. Because we just beat the number 2 team in the country.
Yep. Because they're bringing in.
I mean, I don't mind that at all. I would love that. I'm just saying that's why the voters aren't going to look at it like that. Like we would, like us, educated young men would see it.
Yes, highly educated through the interweb.
And yeah. I don't know. It's a mess though. That's why next year when this thing gets kicked off, it's like, and even that though, what Herbstreit had I think a good point about like certain teams matching up during that playoff next year, that like seeing them like back to back kind of thing, and is that necessarily a good thing? It's like possibly not, but either way, I think that just it'll eliminate a lot of the argument. Like you're going to get into a tournament kind of style, and it's like you either win or you don't, and it's just that simple. So,
yeah,
enough.
Then you'll still have that 13th seeded team. It's going to be like, we deserve to be in. We have one loss. Blah blah blah.
Well, then again, it's still
someone like Tulane. Tulane's 11-1. What if they go?
James Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be that argument. I think up until I don't even know what the solution is. I mean, the more teams, the better, I think. But like, or
what's your cutoff?
If you can figure out a way to, like we've talked about before, like take all these bowl games that we have and just make a playoff format out of it.
That was my idea. Yes. So that's what I said. 8 games is all you play. You play 8 games. Play 2 out of conference, 6 conference, and then the rest is the tournament. That's how you qualify. If
even if they want to,
you could make it 10, but.
That clap was really good. It's usually a lot quieter.
I know. Standing up.
To lower the volume.
But I mean, even if they added a couple of regular season games, I don't know if that would do that much. Does that put more wear and tear on the kids and stuff? I don't know, but I know there'd be a lot of old people out there older people, I should say, that would argue about the regular season. They want to keep that maintained and stuff. But with all the conferences, I guess, shifting and breaking down and all that stuff, it's like, well, why not?
Blowing up.
Why
I'll tell you this. You say wear and tear on the kids, too. Aren't they paid like $1 million a year anyways to play now? So it doesn't matter,
Well, I mean, money's a different aspect, I think, as far as like them in their education and what they're trying to do. I mean, the traveling and all that stuff. I mean, I guess, like, sure, they get paid millions of dollars, and okay, then screw them. Like, get out there and play. But that's not really a fair way of looking at it, though. So,
what it's turned into, it's a business. It's not it's not college anymore. It's a business.
Well, I know that.
That's what it is.
NCAA won't exist in a couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a business for years. I mean, no matter which way you look at it, it's been a business for years.
Right.
So,
well, at least the video game comes back next year. So
that's true.
So
are they going to have the players' names in that video game?
I would think so, because that was
right? They can pay them.
That was the whole Ed O'Bannon thing that he went through for years and years. When we all know it was based off their models. I mean, those computer game player lookalikes don't look a lot like the players at all, anyways. And some of them always have a glitch,
generic and stuff like that.
Yep. All right, guys. So let's get to something even more exciting. Let's talk about last night's football game.
Yeah. The Iowa game. Oh, wait. Sorry. Bears and Vikings. Yeah. Iowa, Nebraska game.
Oh, I meant Bears and Vikings. I'm sorry. I had to wake up because I was replaying the game in my head.
Yeah.
But 12-10. All right.
Rough game. Rough game.
Yeah. I root for Josh Dobbs, but the story is over. I'm really happy for him that he gets his chance, and I hope he gets to stay in one place. I mean,
yeah, he went from the pastronaut to the astronaut. Astronaut. As in, he looked like ass.
So it's like we didn't hear you. He's gonna keep getting closer and closer to that mic. We give a point across.
Daddy, okay?
Yeah. Daddy, you okay? Yeah, where's that at?
I'm not.
Where's that at?
I'm not.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the story's probably come to an end. That or the Viking season's definitely in the downward spiral. It's one of the two. I mean, I think Well, you're getting Jefferson back, so I mean, I don't know. It's going to help a lot for the Vikings, but which quarterback's going to be? That part I don't know. Mullins can play. He's been efficient, especially with the Niners and stuff like that at times. I don't know anything about this Hall kid besides he got laid out and missed some games. So,
Yeah.
But what I noticed last night in the game, and maybe it was the Bears defense, but Dobbs didn't use his legs, or they didn't have any calls for no. I mean, he can run the ball just like Fields can. So
Yeah.
So why not move the pocket around a little bit? I don't know. It seemed like it was a very basic offensive approach.
Yeah.
Again, maybe that was the Bears defense, and I mean they've been pretty decent considering over the last few weeks. So, but
I think they touched on it in the broadcast. Whoever schemed that game for the Bears defensively deserves a raise. I was like, they did a good job on them.
Yeah,
but they still lost. Like, you shouldn't lose if your defense forces 4
the Bears won.
The Bears
won.
The
Bears won.
Oh yeah. Never mind. I'm stupid.
They still won.
I mean,
but okay.
I mean, who knows? I mean, I think they both lost, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
We lost.
Okay,
is what happened.
Shouldn't he have played better?
Oh,
Fields?
Sure. The offense looked like trash.
I saw a stat, and I don't know if it was right, but it was like at one point he had like 123 yards passing, and it was 131 yards after the catch. So it was all those. It was all those line of scrimmage
DJ Moore
throws.
screens.
Yeah, like that was just
DJ
annoying.
Moore screens that made up for him.
Yeah, it was very conservative football last night. I mean, again, is that on the defenses? I know, because I think the Bears' offensive approach has been very conservative outside just getting the ball to DJ Moore, like you said, on the explosive plays. But I think the Bears' defense stepped up because the Vikings' offense has been okay with Dobbs being back there. So, I don't know. I think it was poor play or sloppy play overall. So, besides, I think both defenses stepped up. So, but yeah, other than that, pretty boring game.
I had a good point and I just forgot it. Dumbass.
Hey, speaking of boring games, let's talk about Sean's Giants, who are on a 2-game winning streak. That barn burner with the Patriots, man. I'm telling you, 10-7. Woo!
Like, what are we doing here? Are we?
I don't know.
No, I was just saying, your team's winning.
No, I'm talking to the Giants. I'm not talking to you.
They've won 2 in a row.
I know. I'm like, come on. Like, okay, maybe I get playing for pride, but I mean, some players like Thibodeau's having a great year. No one's talking about him, but kid's having a really good year. But I don't know. It's still Mr. DeVito, the Italian stallion.
Right?
We beat Mac Jones. I mean, okay, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But we could stay in that same division and talk about the Bills and Eagles.
True.
Bills lose it.
Great game.
Or Eagles win it.
Oof.
What do you think, T?
I don't really know. Like, yes, I think the Bills missed a play there that was huge. Is that losing the game? I guess so, according to all the analysts and other people who have broken that down. But I think the Eagles I think it was just one of those things. The Eagles, I mean, they got the ball and they went and scored a touchdown. Like, I don't know if that's the Bills losing the game as much as they just got beat by the better team. So,
yeah. You know what I was surprised at? What was the look on Kelsey and Hurt's face when Elliott? They were like, "Oh shit, we got to keep playing." Like they looked so disappointed. I don't know if y'all saw when the TV cut to them, and I was like, watch the replay of it. They look so pissed off that the game's gonna go in overtime. They just look pissed. They're like, we got to go back and play again. As I was like, yeah, sorry, dude. Don't you want to win? But yeah, the Eagles won it. I don't think that the Bills lost it, but I think it just puts their coach on the hot seat, the Bills coach, Sean McDermott on the hot seat for sure. So, but
no doubt in that.
I don't know. I think the Bills defense lost it because the last 2 times Josh Allen was on the field and he left, they had the lead and they gave it up.
True.
And I know Elliott drilled that freaking field goal. I know about Jake Elliott winning on long field goals because he hit like a 60-yarder as a rookie against the Giants. And
yes, he did. First game of the season.
Yes, he did.
He was my kicker.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got those extra fantasy points.
Well, that was that year. I don't have it this year.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's Buffalo trending down. It's not the right time of year. I mean, I don't know. They have the best point differential in the league, and they're 500. I don't get it.
Yeah, crazy.
They're in trouble. Their schedule doesn't get
That's a coaching issue
easier.
right there.
Yep. It has to be. You get rid of the OC, well, the offenses look just fine. Joe Brady's done a really good job for the Bills. Yes. Starting to look like the LSU offense from Joe Burrow about 3-4 years ago.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, Allen can't do it all. The dude has 420 yards of offense, 4 touchdowns, and I don't know. Gabe Davis running the wrong route on that option route when he had that whole middle of the field wide open. He didn't have to turn. Just run straight, dude. Just run straight. Well, how about the Broncos, guys? 5 in a row.
Let's ride.
Y'all all said he couldn't cook.
I don't think he's cooking.
What did you say the other day?
He's not.
What did you say?
He's not cooking. He's just
is he really cooking?
Right fast food.
Did he throw for 200 yards? No, he did the same damn thing again.
It's not touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
That's so not cooking.
And what, 500 yards or what? I mean, Jesus, the guy throws for 160, 180, threw for 134 this last game. Defense is winning the game for them.
Yep.
The defense is stepping up for the Broncos.
Defense has stepped up for sure, but at the same time, they are playing smart football, and he's not turning the ball over. So,
true.
Give him credit on that. Now they're playing like 1992 football. You know what I mean? It's like go score a touchdown, make sure the team doesn't score. If they do, don't turn the ball over and let them back in the game, and somehow they squeak these victories out. So, I mean, props to them for turning it around, but I'm not trying to watch that in the playoffs. It's just nap time then.
Yeah, they'd be a one and done if they got in. But all right. Well, how about the Colts?
What I want to see is I do want to see Russ come from behind and win a game. Let's see
what
that.
I mean. Like that's what he's cooking.
Good point.
They've been ahead. Let's see him come from behind and win a game, and then I'll be like, okay, now Russ is back.
Yeah, or
that's what he used to do. Yeah. The Colts, man, you got to bring up that game. Come on, man.
Okay, they're 6-5 with Minshew Mania. Okay, let's move on. All right, Steelers. You want to talk about that game? Okay, next. How about?
I mean, offense.
The battle in the AFC South between the Jags and the Texans.
That game.
Fantastic.
Did y'all agree with him going for the field goal there on 4th down?
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryans trying to kick the 58-yarder with Amendola.
Why not? I mean, Elliott would have made it.
CJ Stroud's got to be regretting that 3rd down play. He had a couple guys wide open, and he went for a deep shot. And I was like, man, he should have just got him 10 more yards, man. And then he could have kicked the field goal, and it would have been closer. I was like, why didn't he do that?
I think maybe he was trying to catch him off guard.
I do agree. I agree with both of you guys there. I agree. Try to get those yards, easier field goal, but then catch them off guard. Yes, because they want it because the way the Texans play is they go for the dagger. So if they have a chance, they're going to win the game. They're going to do it. And so they tried. It didn't work. I think he gets sacked on 3rd down there. I don't know. I thought one of those plays kept him back a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Like, go for it. I mean, maybe if your offense is in a good rhythm at that moment, I don't think they were.
It was a rookie thing to me. I just thought him being a rookie, probably wasn't thinking about it too much,
Yeah.
So, but
I mean,
what a great game.
Half a yard and the field goal goes in. It just bounces off the crossbar.
True.
So I mean, yeah, I think they made the right decision by kicking that field goal. Yeah, just a little unlucky. We'll bounce back. I think that Texans team is pretty solid.
I agree. They're on the right path for sure.
I think
Jacksonville's starting to play solid.
Yep, this is what they did last year.
They've committed the fewest turnovers in the league, so they just need to get a rhythm. It's just like Trevor's another one. I know he did it last year with coming behind, but I think he's better with the lead than coming from behind. Kind of like Russ. We've already talked about the Giants game. Too bad.
The Commanders and Cowboys, or no?
Oh,
we're gonna go there.
We could ask T about that.
I mean, why?
That's the same thing I said. Why?
Exactly.
That was the Turkey Day special.
Yeah,
why is Ron Rivera still employed? Yes. Why?
Because he fired Jack Del Rio. And
sorry.
Runs a
That's the move to make. Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, they fired Jack Del Rio.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Was that after the game?
Yep. That Friday.
No, I did not know that.
Here's your turkey leg. You're fired.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't know. Clearly again, was it Del Rio's fault? I don't know. I mean, did Del Rio trade those defensive players at the trade deadline? No. So Del Rio did a good job of the defense there for a little while, but again, they're about to shake things up. So, I mean,
they have no pass rush at all, man. Like
zero.
No pass rush.
No.
Because they traded their best two.
And again,
they traded their two best. I know.
And again, the Cowboys supposed to go take care of business the way they did, and now Ryan's boy Dak is in the MVP conversation after beating.
You have to say he's probably playing as best as he's ever played before.
Sure,
he's fit.
They're 8-1 against teams that are below 500 and 0-2 against winning teams. So
like I said, this next 4 weeks, I mean. Minus the Seahawks. Let's not count them. But after
Seahawks are a test. Seahawks will be a test. But, yeah, after that, it's like, okay, well, now, like, if he goes out there and proves it, then great. But I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I'm not even trying to even pump that up. It's just like we've all seen what happens in December with them. So
true.
Here we go.
Yeah,
let's find out.
What is it? Dallas is winning by an average of 29 points a game at home this year.
Yeah.
So
they're killing everyone at home, and they have a lot of road games after this week.
Again, killing teams that are below 500. So
you're winning the games you should.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
what happened in that Niner game again. Oh yeah, that's right. Got blown out.
That's right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Not
kept it close to Philly. I'll give them that. But tough run ahead. We'll see.
Well, we did kind of touch on that key word, coaches fired, phrase, word, whatever. But Frank Reich was just fired by the Panthers. Do we think it's the right move, right time? What are the Panthers trying to do? And there's also rumors about who they really wanted to draft.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy stuff. So
I mean, Frank Reich got the best end of it because getting out of there, like, I wouldn't want to be there. Not with that owner. Just didn't seem like it was a good fit. And I don't know if Frank Reich was the answer for them or anything like that. I just don't. But coming out and saying they wanted to get CJ instead, like, is he saying that because CJ having a good year? Possibility. I mean, what if CJ was having the year Bryce is? Would he say the same thing? So
yeah,
I don't like that at all. And hopefully whoever comes in there can fix him because it's not fair to Bryce. So and hot mess.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, Tepper is very Jerry Jones-esque. He's like just he's too involved in shit and doesn't let the guys do their job and. I mean, that's what he does. So, but yeah, I mean, I would love to be Frank Reich getting paid $25,000 a day for the next 3 years. It'd be nice. But right move, I guess. They looked horrible. Their offense looked terrible.
I mean, they cleaned house.
Their defense is they got rid of the coordinators, and so I guess it's the right thing. We'll see. I've heard a lot of rumors that Greg Olson might be interested in the job, so we'll see if that happens.
He said he'd leave TV to go coach.
Yeah, he said he'd leave. He'd leave if they came and offered him a chance to coach.
Brady was supposed to. Isn't Brady supposed to be on the air next year and take his number one spot?
That's in the script, bro. That's in the script. NFL script, man. I'm telling y'all. It's playing out too perfect. Come on.
Playing out too perfect. Like, okay.
Yeah. Olsen's gonna leave because Brady's coming in to be the top commentator for Fox.
So they must really not like Olsen to send him to Carolina. Okay.
I know, right?
Where he used to play. So yeah.
I mean, it did work out for Jeff Saturday, right?
Well, Jeff Saturday said he went in and knew, like, immediately when he got there, this wasn't for him, so it was just temporary.
Yeah.
So
that's. I don't know. I think Olsen would be a good coach, but I don't know. So with the Raiders, do they keep Pierce, or do you think they go outside and get somebody new? Or
I think the rest of the season has to play out.
That's a good question.
The Raiders finish 7-10, 8-9. Do they keep Pierce?
Yeah, I think so. They've been more competitive in games. I mean, I know the Chiefs still won by 14 points, but they were competitive in that game.
They were.
With McDaniels, it would have been like 38-10. That's where I saw that game going with him, leading that team. So they at least stayed in it, But I think they do if they go 8-9 or 7-10.
I don't know. I think they keep him. If they were smart, they would. He's definitely helped them come around. They don't have much of a quarterback. Josh Jacobs finally broke loose, and
yeah.
I mean, they're like Ryan said, their defense kept them in there. They were playing competitive, so defense was in there for a while. I think Crosby got a little dinged up. Saw him get mad about. I saw him get mad about not getting out there and stuff. But I would. I mean, why not? Like, what else are you going to go hire and find? Like, are you going to draw Harbaugh in? Probably not. There's rumors about Saban coming back, and it's like, I don't know. Like, so
no.
Belichick, no. Like, I don't know, but again, I like Pierce. I like his fire. He's a player he's the next player, so he can relate to a lot of the guys. It seemed like he kind of got him playing better than McDaniel did. So I don't know.
I could see Harbaugh in Vegas, but not Carolina. I've heard about Carolina going after Harbaugh, but I think
I could see him in Vegas for sure.
Same.
I could see him with the Bears if the Bears are getting rid of him.
Well, okay, there you go. Going back to his team, coach his team.
See, it's something like that. I think is what the Bears would need. Like he's a smart coach, and I think he would help the offense. I mean, the Bears' offense, like we've said, is just kind of meh. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That could be a good fit, but I don't know. That's a lot of speculation and a lot of hot air right now. So
for sure.
All right, so we all think Ron Rivera is out, right?
Oh yeah.
I think it has
so
to
that
be.
That'd be 3. Robert Saleh.
No, I think he stays. No. It's not. It hasn't been his fault.
He'll be there.
I mean, he had. I think there is some blame for the Zach Wilson particular saga. Oh, look at this court.
They stayed too long with him.
We're back to Old Spice again. Yep. Hit it, Sean. Boom.
If you're listening, Old Spice. All right, so Patriots. I think Patriots move off Belichick. So that's 4.
See, there was speculation of who was it? Was that maybe that McAfee today I was watching? It was Lombardi was saying that like Belichick leaves and goes and coaches Herbert in the Chargers. And I was like, that's interesting. So, but yeah.
Old Bill on the West Coast.
I think Belichick will leave only if he gets canned, and I don't think he's going to get canned.
It might be a mutual thing.
I think he's going to decide when he leaves.
Yeah, it might be a mutual thing though. He might step up and be like, "Hey man, I'm gonna bail out and go try this somewhere else." But tough to see him. It'd be tough to see him leave after all this time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been there forever. It's time for a change. You know,
I agree.
Every place goes through it. He's a legend. He's the best coach of our time. I mean, so it's just time to move on. So let's see, Bucks for sure. So we're at 6.
The Bucks, I hope at least do it.
I think they do.
It's not a for sure thing, but I hope it is.
Staley, Eberflus. So yeah, I mean, 8 to 9 teams could be looking for head coaches. So
third of the league, dang, almost.
Yeah. Yep, that's why it's so true, and it stands for not for long. So
right.
All right, with that, guys, let's shift a little bit, or not really. We'll just advance into week 13. Week 13 of the NFL season. 6 teams on a bye, so we got minuscule time frame or amount of teams this week. But we start off with Seattle 6-5, traveling to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Let's Cowboys 8.5-point favorites.
What do you think, T?
I think it's dark in my room and I can't read this. I know I took the Cowboys, but the court lights kind of messed me up here. What did I take them at? Where are you? I have no idea on my list here. You can go ahead, Ryan, if you want.
Sure, I like the Cowboys in this game. I mean, at home, they're monsters, you know. And I mean, come on, you guys are all gonna take them. I know y'all are. Come on.
Upset of the week.
Seahawks, their offense has been playing like crap lately. So, I mean, I don't know how you could pick them. So, Cowboys, I got them winning 31-17.
I didn't even write it down. But yeah, much like Ryan said, my score was gonna be 30-14. But yeah, I mean, part of me thinks the Seahawks keep it somewhat closer just because I don't necessarily trust the Cowboys yet. But then again, their performances over the last few weeks against these not winning teams, leads me to believe that they're going to go out there and take care of business. So,
well, the Seahawks are 6-5, so they are a winning team technically.
I think this is where one of the tests. I think this is where one of the tests starts for them. And now, like, Geno hasn't been playing great, so it's like, and the Cowboys' defense has been pretty tough. So it's one of those like, well, you know, the Cowboys should go take care of business and handle it. So December is about to start. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm with you guys, Cowboys. But I like a 30-17 victory for Dallas. Yeah, they've just been playing really good, and Dak has played really, really good. But you guys are correct. Let's see how we do in December and in the postseason before we make any other changes to that. So, with that, T, we have the Dolphins at 8-3, the first place AFC East Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, definitely
to Washington.
Yeah, we're taking the Fins. There's not much to say here.
Dolphins are a 9.5-point road favorite.
Yeah, I got them at 31-21. I mean, the Dolphins are a good squad, and the Redskins, I'm so sorry, the Mandos are not. So, yeah, I know.
Uh-oh. Wow. Well, I don't know, man. I think this defense
here soon.
I know this defense could be fired up, man, now that Ron Rivera's calling the defensive plays, you know. You never know. They could be fired up.
Yes. No, I mean, yes. This could be.
Now he gets to stop the Dolphins, you know. I mean,
this could be a trap.
Easy, right?
He's the head coach of the team, so finally, as he gets the to call the defense. Now the team's going to be fired up. Like, we're a little late.
I don't know. I know I'm reaching.
Late. Field goal line.
I'm reaching.
So. I don't know. It could be a trap game for the Dolphins. They're going to the East Coast. Again, like, is there weather involved this weekend? There could be. So, I don't.
Yeah. Lots of the East Coast is going to see some rain this weekend.
So if you're so that could come into play there. And are the Dolphins used to it? I don't know. They went up to New York last week, and I think there was a little something going on, so they took care of business. But I don't know. Like, I don't see the Skins. I'm sorry, I don't see the Mandos keeping up. So
yeah, I like the Dolphins too.
Yeah.
I got them winning 31-20. I think, like I said, it's a little bit close, but still like the Dolphins. Just too much offense.
What'd I say? 31-21. Yeah.
31-21. Yep.
All right. Yeah. Well, again, the defense. There's just nothing there. So.
Well, poor Miami losing Jalen Phillips. That's going to hurt them later in the year. He was having a great year, and now they're going to bring in Jason Pierre-Paul. So
I saw that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
the firecracker.
Don't handle fireworks while they're lit, kids. Okay, this is your paid service announcement. Public service announcement.
You're gonna sit there and tell me you don't have no. Never mind.
Right.
But I'm with you guys. I like the Fins at a 28-13 score. All right. I had trouble with this next one. The Falcons at 5-6 traveling to New York to take on the 4-7 Jets. Falcons only a 2.5-point favorite on the road. Lowest over/under of the week. Iowa football, fellas. The over/under is 34.
Yep, I got the Falcons 20-10. I think Bijan can get some action. Maybe London helps move the ball. As far as the Jet side, O'Boyle did not rule last week, and he's not going to rule this week. So
O'Boyle sucks.
Yeah, are you okay, Dad? No, O'Boyle sucks. The Falcons defense
got his.
O'Boyle got his. The Falcons defense has been okay. Like, they've been better at home, like Ryan's pointed out in past episodes and things, and they play well there. I don't see anything on the Jets offense that has improved. So
yeah,
20-10.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
It could be lower than that though. So.
Yeah, I got the Falcons 17-13 over the Jets. Just low scoring, going to be a lot of running. Hopefully the Jets don't have to put the ball in O'Boyle's hands too much. Let this be a Brees versus a Bijan game. That's what I want to see. Nice little running matchup between two young, great running backs. So, but yeah, I got the Falcons just squeaking one out. Ugly game, but
Ryan's time of game, an hour and a half.
Right.
just run the ball. Run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's what they do best. It's what the Falcons do best,
Oklahoma Wishbone, 1972.
There you go.
Got a 12-year right on 3. Ready to break. All right, but I'm with you guys on the Falcons too. This is just going to be an ugly, boring game, but let Bijan go, man. That's why you drafted him 7th. Get his mustard. Yep. Let him run. So I like the Falcons at a 17-10 victory. We got the Lions off their surprisingly bad showing on Thanksgiving at 8-3, traveling to the Saints in a must-win, I think, for the Saints at 5-6. Lions open up as 4-point favorites.
Ooh, Lions bounce back. They're on turf again, so they're going to be, they're not at home, but same kind of playing surface. Saints are hard to beat at home. There's no doubt in that. They've proved that over history. But I think the Lions go in there and handle business 27-20. Their defense is a little suspect, so I think that's why the Saints can get some action. But the Saints' offense hasn't necessarily looked impressive. So And if Olave is
they're good between the 20s. They're good between the 20s. The red zone, they're just terrible.
Yeah.
But Olave got a concussion, so that's going to, I mean, there's only been, one person clear the concussion protocol for the week. So
yeah, they're going to be short. Olave and
Shaheed, I think,
probably
hurt his
and
shoulder.
Maybe Michael Thomas is on the IR.
Mm-hmm.
So I see this is a Taysom Hill game right here. If he's available in your leagues, pick him up.
13 catches, 32 yards.
Both of those guys. Both of those guys. But yeah, I got the Lions too. Nice bounce back game. I know they've turned the ball over 7 times in the last 2 games, so they got to clean that stuff up, man. They can't be throwing picks, fumbling the ball. They got to get back in it because right now they're not looking as strong as they did a few weeks ago. So I like the Lions 27-18. I was going to touch on that's why I have 18 because the Saints struggle in the red zone. They're going to kick 6 field goals.
So go pick up Ben Groupie this week for your fantasy.
Yeah.
6 field goals.
League winner.
Yeah.
Yes. It could happen. You're probably right. Yeah. I'm with you guys. I like the Lions this week. I think they clean it up, get back to, I think you're going to see 30 to 35 rushes between Gibbs and Montgomery, and then just Goff on play action. But the Lions are so good, and it's indoors, and I just don't trust the Saints offense, especially if all those guys are out. And I think Dennis Allen might be another coach we could put on the hot seat.
Sure.
If things start to spiral out of control. But I like the Lions too at 31-24.
Right. So I'm kicking 8 field goals.
Well, that's what the script called for. So
right, exactly. I knew it.
Ryan's script.
Yeah.
Ryan's script with the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. So
I still can't believe we're right. I still can't believe we're talking about the Lions at 8-3. I think it's just great. There's a lot of good players on that team I like, and anyway, I would bite kneecaps to play for Dan Campbell too. But moving along, yes, that's his intro press conference. Don't you remember?
Yeah,
he's
biting kneecaps. I remember.
Biting kneecaps.
Just you talking about biting kneecaps. This is all right. Cool. Go get you one.
Just saying. Yeah, konnichiwa. All right, Colts at Titans. Colts still in the playoff mix.
Right.
At 6-5. Only 2-point favorite for Minshew Mania and boys. And JT is now out for 2 weeks with that thumb surgery. Big hit to them. But
Minshew magic keeps up. 27-24. Titans defense. Somewhat suspect. So I think JT does hurt, but at the same time, we're putting Moss back in there. He definitely filled the void pretty well while JT wasn't there. So I think both teams are going to kind of go back and forth to each other, and the Minshew magic takes over and ekes it out 27-24.
Man, I had a real tough time with this game too. Division, same, and just, struggling. I don't know that the Colts are struggling that much. They did lose, Taylor. So I think they'll struggle a little bit out the gate just because the Titans' rush defense isn't terrible. It's actually fairly decent. I like the Titans squeaking it out, man. 20-17. Close one. I think Derrick Henry just outduels Zach Moss barely. So.
Yeah, I went back and forth, but I went Minshew Mania 2014. Colts get it done. Should be a sloppy, close game. Ground and pound kind of game. Old school. Ryan's.
Yeah.
Another ground and pound.
Another ground and pound. All right, Chargers 4-7 traveling to the Patriots at 2-9. Chargers at 6-point favorites on the road. I'm just gonna say if Staley loses this game, that's it. Like fire him before he even gets on the plane.
Like I don't I mean I got the Chargers 24-6. I don't know how in the world the Patriots are going to score points or score a touchdown because the Chargers defense has been playing better. But if they don't win this game, like I don't see how he makes it through the rest of the season. I just don't. And even if they do win this game, I still don't think that he has. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, if he loses this game to the Patriots, then like he's got to go.
Yeah.
I just don't see how it'd be possible. But yeah, I got him 24-6. I mean, usually West Coast teams don't play well on the East Coast, and again, there's probably gonna be some weather involved, like you're saying about this weekend. But Eckler time, dish the ball to Allen like they've been doing. They can go through and beat the Patriots. They should. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I definitely think Staley's job. He might as well spend the night in Boston if he loses this game. So,
6
New
weeks
England's
in Boston.
Quarterback. Yeah, I know, right? Who's gonna play? Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi? Who knows? I mean, either way, they're gonna suck. So it doesn't really matter. But man, I just like Herbert's play in this game. I'm gonna pick Chargers 28, Patriots 17. I think it's a little closer. Patriots make a little bit of a comeback at the end, but just not enough.
You got both quarterbacks sucking, but you got them 17 points?
Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay.
Deacon Dump.
I'll give you
5
that.
field goals in the safety.
You don't think?
Yeah, there you go. See.
Although, do you really trust the Patriots kicker? He missed a 35-yarder to tie it against the Giants.
Yeah, probably not.
And a
10 yards
third-round
left
draft
at that
pick.
too.
Yeah,
that kid was
10 yards.
Yeah,
left
I'm with you guys. We are going to kill it or suck this week in our picks, but I'm with you 21-20 or 21-10. I'm sorry, 21-10. Okay. I have the Chargers. Yeah, I'm just going with the better quarterback. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. We'll go on to the hottest team in the AFC. Broncos 6-5, traveling to Houston to take on the upstart Houston Texans at 6-5. Houston opens up at a 3.5-point favorites. This would be a great game.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it will be good. I do think the Broncos win streak ends, though. I think the Texans at home pull this one off. I have it down at 20-13, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And I agree with you. Sure. Broncos defense has been playing a lot better. I don't think they've played an offense like the Texans yet. So if I'm outside of that Dolphins, yeah.
Okay.
But in their little win streak here, so I don't know. Can they get in? Can they go in there and do it? Sure, but like we said, if Russ is playing from behind, can he cook? Because right now he's just ordering a bunch of Chipotle takeout. So
Lunchables.
Yeah, Lunchables at that too.
With the Capri Sun.
I think it's going to be a good game though, but Texans at home, I think you got to give them the advantage.
Man, this was the hardest game for me to pick. I could not decide.
I went back and forth for a while too, man. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I
really
really
hard game, very tough because, like you said, Broncos defense been playing a lot better. I mean, Houston's defense has kind of been non-existent. They've been giving up 260 yards a game passing, but the Broncos don't ever throw that much, so it doesn't matter. So that's why the Texans win 31-28. Last second field goal from C.J. Stroud. This time he does win it for him.
You giving him 28 points?
I am giving him 28 points, yeah. You can score on Houston. That's one thing. They do give up points.
I'm just curious of who it's going to be and how. And
Devontae, Cortland Sutton.
Sutton, I can see getting in there for sure.
The return of Greg Dulcich. Aquaman. That's what we were calling him. Aquaman. Greg Dulcich.
Dulcich. He's the guy that's going to just boost that Broncos offense. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's the extra garlic that Russ needed to add to his cooking.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah,
nice.
Great from Carolina. You need him on your team.
Right.
All right.
Awesome.
But I think Tank Dell and company take care of business. That kid's been so good.
Yeah.
And I mean, and Singletary filling in for Pierce has done a great job, a la Zach Moss for JT. But I like the Texans at home, 30-20 over the Broncos. But I'm glad the Broncos have got it turned around. You know, I don't know. I just like the Broncos. Cardinals at 2-10. Let's ride next week. The Cardinals at 2-10 are going to Pittsburgh at the still most shocking team above 500 in the league. The Steelers at 7-4, 5.5-point favorites at home.
17-13 Steelers. Yeah, exactly. Really, pretty much all you can say. Plus it's the Cardinals, and I mean the Steelers' defense is solid. So is Kyler going to be able to do anything? I don't know. They haven't been able to run the ball much either. So, yep, Steelers 17-13.
Yeah, I like the Steelers too, 24-14. Steelers, I did misspeak. They did actually generate more than 400 yards of offense for the first time in who knows how long. Pretty much since Kenny Pickett's been the quarterback, I'm sure.
59 games, if I'm not mistaken. 59 games.
I think you're right.
Pretty much as long as Pickett's been the quarterback, because he's trash still. Give this to Jalen Warren and Najee, and Steelers 24, Cardinals 14.
Well, I'm with T and Ryan again, but I'm with T on the score. I had Steelers at 17-13. It's just going to be an ugly game. And I just don't think Kyler Murray's kind of built for the outside, cold, miserable weather. So with that, game of the week, Panthers 1-10 traveling to Tampa to take on the Bucks.
Let's go.
4-7, 5.5-point favorite for the Bucks.
Yeah. Wow. So, man, a lot of people are gonna say Panthers, new coach, they're gonna be fired up. They're gonna be ready to win. I get it. They still don't have a great offense. Sanders not playing well. Chuba, he's okay. Bryce Young not playing well. Yeah, I know, right? Bucks at home I like. They play a lot better at home crowd. So I do like the Bucks. I'm gonna go 27-17. Bucks over the Panthers.
I love how many times you said Bucks in there.
A lot. A lot.
The Bucks and the Bucks and the Bucks.
The Bucks haven't played bad. They've lost by one score 6 of their last 7 games. So they've been in games.
I'm not making fun of them. I think they've played a lot better than a lot of people gave them any kind of credit for. And so
sure.
I got them at 24-14. I just think their secondary or their whichever will give up some kind of touchdown eventually or two to the offense, but they're at home. They'll take care of business. 24-14, and good luck, Panthers and company. I don't know what to say about y'all. So you're a mess. Not necessarily the player's fault, though. Maybe part of it, but then again, I think part of that's coaching.
I mean, what, too. 5 coaches in 5 years, right? Is it something like that, or 3 in 5 years?
Or 6.
I don't know.
They've had as many coaches. They've had as many coaches in the last since 18 as the Steelers have had since
forever.
Yeah, it's something. It's something
for
like the 50s.
For Eber.
For Eber.
For Eber.
For Eber.
For Eber.
For Eber.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, Rachaad White has had a really good, productive year. And he finally got 100 yards rushing last week. I think he's like 59th ranked in fantasy on Yahoo.
He is. He's been a top 60 player.
He's done really, really good. So
catching the ball, great too.
Yeah, I like it's a little Kamara-esque. I like Mayfield and company to take care of business. 23-14, keeping the Bucs alive in the playoff chase.
True.
Game of the weekend: 49ers at 8-3, traveling to Philly at 10-1. Niners as 3-point favorites on the road.
I went back and forth on this one for a little while. I can't even lie. I wrote down the Eagles, but I switched it to the Niners. I don't know necessarily why, as much as, I just think, part of me just thinks the Niners are going to go in there and pull it off. You know what I mean? I don't really know what else to say. Like, I think the Eagles coming off that big win, and Niners defense is pretty good, so it's like I don't know. It could go either way, but I got the Niners. What I would write down here. What did I write down? My chicken scratch. Come on, Old Spice Court, light me up. I still can't read it. Sorry. What does this say? I don't know what it says, but I'm gonna go ahead. And say the Niners pull off 24-21.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Looking forward to it for sure. Another test for the Eagles. They're like the second half comeback team. Seems like they do it every game for some reason. I think the Niners are the wrong team to do that against. I don't think they will face a team like them, or they have not faced a team like them since the playoffs last year. It's just basically who's going to make that mistake, who's going to cause the turnover. So I do like the Niners in a great game, 30-28 over the Eagles.
Ooh. All right. Well, I'm on the complete opposite spectrum. I think this is a blowout by the 49ers. I think you got the NFC redemption game, right?
Sure.
The Eagles just had that big overtime game against the Bills. I think they ran like 90-something plays during the game.
Yeah, they're on a short week, and the Eagles have had the Niners have had 10 days to rest, so that's going to play a big part.
Right. The Eagles are like 15-2 in their last 17 one-score games, so they know how to get it done.
Sure.
But I think it's the last 10 games, 8 or 10 games, Philly's been outgained by at least 100 yards.
Yep.
And I think that's where the talent of the Niners overtakes them. And I like the Niners 31-14 in a
wow.
And I will say if that weather comes into play, I think that will affect the Niners. Like if there happens to be rain, or if it was anything like last week, I think it can. Like they have C-Mac. Don't get me wrong, but it'll affect the passing game a little bit. I think for them if the weather's all brutal. But
it does rain in San Francisco every once in a while.
Yeah, so, it's not Philly weather though. It's different. East Coast weather.
It's not 30-degree rain.
Exactly.
No.
Either,
like 70 and it's acid rain and melting.
But he's gonna I'm ready to play. It's just that weather. It just always impacts the game.
Sure.
So it's just one of those things.
Yeah. I forgot to bring that up though. That I think the short week is an issue too. Tough, grueling overtime game against the Bills, and you're playing a week later while the Niners had 10 days. Yeah. So time to rest.
I'm with you on that too. With you on that.
I don't know. I hate to say it, but I think it'd be probably good for the Eagles to lose a game just to reset. You know what I mean?
I do agree with that.
You can't win them all.
But they got to take care of business and win and beat that Niner team. Hey, hats off to them, and then there's no argument.
You'll definitely say they're the best team in the league for sure.
I was gonna say there's no argument at that point.
Definitely. All right. Next up, we got Browns at 7-4, traveling to the Rams at 5-6. Rams are a 4.5-point favorite at home.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams. What did I take them at? 20-13. Browns defense is really good. They've shown that. I think Myles Garrett's a little dinged up, so even if he plays, is he 100%? Will he be as effective? And the Rams at home generally play a little bit better. Feel bad for the Browns to a certain degree. That's a lot of injuries to all your key people, and somehow they find a way to win. But not, unfortunately, I don't think so this week. 2013 Rams.
Yeah, I'm with T. I like the Rams. I think whether you're facing PJ Walker or DTR, I mean, your defense isn't going to help that much. So I do like the Rams. They have Kyron back, and he obviously was a huge weapon for them and just made a huge difference in that game. Guy was running it, catching it. I mean, he was a superstar in that game. So yeah, I like the Rams. I'm gonna go 24-10 Rams over the Browns.
All right. Well, we're all in agreement again. The Rams. Yeah, you're right. Kyron, big game. 4th player in history with 160 yards, or 140 yards rushing, 60 receiving, and 2 touchdowns in a game. Enjoying some pretty good company in doing it. But yeah, I mean,
also play the Cardinals.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know. We beat the Cardinals. Well, I don't know what that says. I mean, Dallas lost. Ryan's Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. So, I mean, but I don't know. I'm with you guys. The Rams, I like them 20-14. Chiefs at 8-3, traveling to Green Bay to take on Jordan Love. And the Chiefs heads at 5-6. Chiefs, 6.5-point favorites on the road.
Yeah.
This is Sunday Night Football.
Again, if there's Lambeau weather going on, it'll change a lot of stuff. But right now, I got the Chiefs 30-17. I think they found a little bit of a rhythm and groove over the bye and into playing the Raiders, especially coming back from being 14 down. So they definitely gained some confidence and stuff like that. And man, Packers have been playing well, and big win on Thanksgiving. Props to them. I think we got to see what Jordan Love is capable of doing. Chiefs defense been a little bit better than the Lions defense this year. So, yep, 30-17 Chiefs. They keep rolling.
There you go. Well, it's Mahomes' debut at Lambeau Field. First time he's ever played there. So, he's I could see an upset happening here. Nah, it ain't gonna.
It's possible.
You can call it what you want. The Packers did beat the Lions last week. Took advantage of them turning the ball over. I just don't see the Chiefs turning the ball over like the Lions did. So I like the Chiefs 31-17. I had it real close to T. But yeah, Chiefs roll.
Yeah, I'm with you guys too. Chiefs, nobody's making up any ground this week. 27-17. I think Chiefs keep Jordan Love in check. But the kid has played really good. He's gotten better. Like you can see progress. Like Zach Wilson, you can't see it. Aiden O'Connell, you can't see it. Justin Fields, you don't see it. Daniel Jones, you don't see it. But you could tell. Sam Howell,
Daniel Jones last year.
And then you get the contract, and then you do this. That's not getting better. But Sam Howell,
played what? 3 games? 3 games? 4 games? Come on.
Yeah, but second neck injury. I'm out on Daniel Jones. I'm rooting for the kid to go somewhere else.
For him too, though. So
that's true.
Yeah. How about you draft an offensive line first?
We have an all-pro left tackle, but he hasn't played half the year.
He can't play 5 positions either.
No, he cannot. No,
and he can't stay healthy either.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's missed like 5 or 6 games. So, I don't know.
Build.
I don't know what to do. But we're not even on that game. So
they're off this week.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about them now.
See you guys on Tuesday.
T doesn't have to worry about the Manders either. You do. You play the
You
Dolphins.
do. Yeah.
I'm not worried about them at all. Like they're just what they are. So
might as well be an off week, right?
Might as well. From here on out, every week. Like, cool.
I forgot the Manders get their bye week in 14, I think, right? Next week.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I think
Manders
so, yeah.
and Cardinals are the only
First
teams
round
on
of the fantasy playoffs, or no, last week of the fantasy football.
It's weird.
It's kind of weird.
They don't care about that, though.
Yeah.
No.
True.
No. And our final game of the week. Man, this game would have been so good if Joe Burrow had not gotten hurt. But the Bengals at 5-6 are taking on the Jags at 8-3 in Duval County. Jags at 8-point favorite at home.
Yep, I'm riding the Jags all day. 27-13. They're at home. Bengals, I don't know. They're in trouble, unfortunately. And Jags defense has been playing pretty well too, even though they gave up points to the Texans. They made some really critical plays there to keep the Texans, not necessarily in field goal range, so to say. But I think at home they're going to get after the Bengals a little bit. So yeah, 27-13, Jaggies.
Yeah, I like the Jags. I definitely do. Lawrence has been playing really well the last couple weeks. They do need a little more balance in their game, I think, a little bit. But, like we were saying, they just need to click a little bit more. But like T said, their defense has been playing really well. It's stepped up a lot, in spots when they needed to. So I like the Jags 31-13 in a blowout.
Uh-oh. Yep. We all have them by double digits. I like the Jags too, 30-17. So I think.
Tell me though, if Burrow was playing, would y'all still pick the Jags?
No,
I'd probably pick the Bengals.
I'd still pick the Jags.
If Burrow was playing,
I would still pick the Jags. It would get a lot closer though. Depending on if Burrow was playing how are the Bengals playing coming into this matchup? I don't know.
Sure.
I mean, the Bengals have been suspect all year, even with Burrow in there. So it's kind of
sure.
I think right now the Jaguars
just
just clicking.
They're hitting their stride.
Yeah,
just as
that's true though. That's true. They were playing better. They were playing a lot better.
Hope he gets well soon. It will be interesting. Yes, for sure. Hurry back. But all right, guys. Well, Ryan, tell these peeps where they can find us.
You can find us on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. Search The Real Tree Shaker Show. Find us. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, soon to be deleted Google Podcasts. You can find us, I promise. Search. You will see us. Comment. Share. Like.
Take a nap.
Point at your light.
Point at the light. Well, I don't know. It's over there.
Mine's over there. Yeah, I can't see mine either.
See, but yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And this was a great show.
It was a very good show. Very good show. We're so.
Boyle did not rule, so.
Oh boy!
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we know how that went.
Okay.
I'm not okay.
Well, make sure, kids, to put on your Old Spice deodorant.
Yeah.
Smell
Watch
good.
Some NBA
stay
in-season
safe,
tournament.
Stay warm. Enjoy the football. We'll be back again real soon. We thank you for listening. This has been The Real Tree Shaker Show. Oh, Boyle rules!
Oh, Boyle sucks.
Oh, Boyle!
Your Boyle is terrible.